Good morning.
Hello, everyone.
Well, it depends when you watch this, really. Hello.
True. Yeah. Good day.
Right.
Good evening. And good night.
Salutations.
Salutations.
Welcome to
Greetings.
Needles at the Ready. I am Kevin.
I'm Ray. Great.
Today is, what's today? Saturday. November 22nd, 2025.
Whoa. I know.
And this is episode 147 of our YouTube channel, where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, buying, spinning, and all the other stuff that goes along with that. So, to all the returning viewers, welcome back.
Yes.
All you new folks, welcome.
Welcome.
Hit the like.
Is this your first time? Let us know if this is your first time.
Hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up, notification, bing, bell thingamajigger.
Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bing. All that fun stuff.
We don't usually ask those things.
No, but it's fun too.
Sure, it's definitely fun too. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I dare you.
So I think it's really funny now. So if you guys don't know, we both are, but I watch more of the Tony and Ryan podcast.
Yeah.
So it used to be...
You're a tarper. I'm mad at them.
I am a tarper. I signed up. I'm Patreon tarper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you committed.
But what's really funny is that they go through... They just started within the past couple of months of saying, oh, like 88% of you are subscribed, blah, blah, blah. So they like kind of make a joke out of the numbers and ask people to subscribe and do all that fun stuff. That's it. That's it.
You didn't look at our stats to see?
I never do.
No, I don't either.
I never look.
I don't either. But it means a lot to us. It really does, the community.
We always say it. Like,
I know.
We're obviously going to continue because we enjoy doing this so much. So
yeah. Even if only two of you still watched.
I know.
We'll be best friends.
We can be.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do we have in store for you all today?
We have one FO.
Yeah.
I have one FO and I have 4 whips that I've worked on.
I have 0 FOs. However, I have 4 whips as well. There may be a little whip parade.
It will be. And then we're going to talk about some patterns that we just kind of wanted to mention. We have, I don't know. That's stuff.
Well, we have a winner from our last episode.
We do. So why don't you mention that?
Sure. So, great. But what else do we have going on? Should we just give the menu at first and then people can just choose?
So we're going to talk about the winner. We're going to talk about some patterns, some FOs, some whips, a little bit of a Needles at the Ready shop talk.
Yes, perfect.
And we'll finish off with what we've been reading and watching, which we typically do.
Oh, okay. I love that.
We watch some good stuff.
Sometimes we skip it if it gets a little bit too long.
Yeah, and we never know because we talked about this recently. We don't plan anything ever. No. So we have no idea.
No, our planning is like 30 minutes before the podcast. Like, hey, what did we do in the last 2 weeks? And like,
how many
what projects do you have?
Yeah.
And then that's it.
That's it. That's how we plan.
That's our plan. However, we did pull winners this morning. A winner this morning. So, do you have the pattern all up and set up and everything like that?
I actually don't because we don't plan anything, as we just discussed.
Mm-hmm. So on the last podcast, we chose the word wild. We're going to be giving away a beautiful pattern for a sweater. And the prompt was it was like the wild...
So,
Call of the Wild pullover.
So here's a really good tip. This is what I like to do. So when you go to search patterns in Ravelry and you scroll down on the left-hand side, I don't know if this is what it looks like on a phone, but... it has the you've looked at. That's a fantastic feature if you don't know what pattern you've looked at. And you tap on that and it shows all the patterns. I don't know how many. Mine shows at least 3 pages worth of recent patterns. So that's a really good way to find
That's a really good way.
If you know that you've looked at something recently and you don't remember what it is, go there. It's very helpful.
That is, because a lot of times people will ask people when we're out and about, what pattern is that? And then we'll pull it up on Ravelry, but if we forget to hit that save button or whatever, that's a great tip.
So yes, the pattern that we are giving away, we were the designer of the pattern, Patrick Griffith, reached out to us and offered to give away a free copy to one of y'all. So this is the pattern.
It's so good.
Call of the Wild. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful textured sweater. The pattern is...
I will be knitting that this year.
A $10 US pattern. The yarn that it calls for is DK weight. The sample shown in the pattern is knit out of Farmer's Daughter Fibers Pishkun DK.
Oh, a vest that I'm going to show is also knit out of that yarn too.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Look at us.
So
There's
yes,
a theme.
It's really good. And I know we said it last time, is that I'm pretty confident we saw Patrick at Rhinebeck weekend
from
wearing
a
it,
distance.
and we never got to say
From
hi.
a distance.
That's a good movie.
It's such a good movie.
All right, so continue.
Okay, so the last episode, we, like I said, we asked for to use the word wild. And like always, anytime we give a prompt, you guys get very, very creative with how you incorporate that word wild or whatever word it is into your responses. I love reading them. I think it's so funny. I think we're a little bit behind on comments, so if we haven't gotten back to you, we will, promise. So the winner is the Dane Yard on YouTube. Your comment was, Ray is going to be spinning some wild colored yarn. My next shawl scarf may be a Jonty. Highly recommend the Jonty. So if this is you, the Dane Yard, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, please reach out to us via email, needlesatthereadypodcast@gmail.com. You can find our email link also at needlesattheready.com, or send us a message on Instagram at needlesatthereadypod with your address, your real name. No,
it's a pattern.
Yes. So send us your email address.
No. Send us your Ravelry username.
Right, but if you don't have Ravelry...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Send us your email address as well, so that we can make sure that we get you the pattern in whichever way works best for you.
Good job.
Thanks. Boy, I'm batting 1,000 today.
All right, so that was that. What else do we have? So we also, last episode, we started talking about our holiday...
Hopeful holiday hoedown.
Hoedown, the ho-ho-ho mal. Mm-hmm. And this is an accessory mal to help us bang out all those holiday gifts. So it runs until December 24th. We have a thread on the Ravelry group, which is linked below, the Ravelry group.
Mm-hmm. I'll post it on Instagram today as well. I made a little fun logo of our logo in a snow globe. Isn't that cute? I thought it was cute.
It is.
I was crafty.
And we've
that is not AI generated. This is all me in my own head.
Good job.
Thanks.
We have some great prizes. We showed last week's a couple bags that we got from Upland Fiber Co. We've had some patterns.
We're going to fill those bags with some really fun things.
Yeah, we'll fill the bags up, so we'll be pulling 2 winners for that.
So just share. Like, a lot of people have already posted some things in there, and they've posted finished objects, like wild things already. Which, fine, do your thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like a brand new. It could be whips, whatever. Just share your projects, because then it can help inspire other people.
Exactly right.
Stuff.
And that was the whole point of not having 2 separate threads like we normally would on Ravelry. It's just one thread. So have the conversation, share the inspiration, share your holiday stories or whatever you want to do. Share pictures of works in progress or finished objects, whatever. We're going to just
get going. I haven't really started a gift.
Samesies, but we are going to do that crochet.
We think we have.
I think it's a great idea.
I have to find the pattern. So Ray and I were thinking of doing a hexie cardigan for our nieces.
Wouldn't that be cute?
Because it uses DK weight yarn, so we just have to find DK. I'm not doing fingering held double crocheting. So we actually don't have a lot of DK weight yarn in stash.
I know.
We obviously could use needles at the ready yarn, which is perfectly fine, and we may have to do that.
It would be great to use our stash, though. I'm sure we can find some
I would love to use our stash, because we also have the DK scrappy bin.
Do you know, I might still have... I do. I think this is DK.
Is it the remix?
No. Oops. It's the giant yarn baby from CC's Wool.
Oh, I have one, too.
It's fingering weight. It doesn't matter.
We got that from Fiber Festival of New England.
We sure did.
4 years ago or something like that.
Be nice to, it would be nice. We have to organize our stash.
Yes, that's actually going to be a goal for the both of us in January. Is we're going to pull our stash out and we're going to put it all in Ravelry.
Yeah, this may all look very different when we pop back.
Yeah, well, not pop back because
we're not taking a vacation or anything like that. No.
All right, so that's kind of that. So let's talk about. Let's jump in what we've done over the last 2 weeks. It actually hasn't been that much. Well, there's been some stuff. So the first thing we did, and it's so not knitting related,
Do you
but
think
kind of...
This doesn't look like it's plugged in. It's okay. Hopefully we have sound.
It's kind of like knitting adjacent or spinning adjacent, right? Or it may be in the future. So after our last episode, that following Sunday, we did an IKEA trip, which we haven't been to IKEA in forever.
No, we needed some storage options, and we needed to get our house together for Thanksgiving because we're hosting this year.
But I don't know. That's why we went to IKEA. I don't remember.
No, we wanted to like be productive, like, and actually like start focusing on our surroundings.
Correct. And and getting like a little more organized.
Yeah.
So let me tell you guys, if you don't sleep on IKEA's cookware is really good.
Don't sleep on it?
Yeah, like don't sleep. Like you've never heard this phrase before?
Like I've heard of like don't sleep on this deal or something like that. Like don't sleep.
It would be the same thing.
Okay, so you're saying like rush out and get IKEA cookware.
Yeah, we have like a whatchamacallit thingamajigger. The grill pan that we've had for
We have
years.
had it for years and years.
It was like a grill pan.
Yeah, it was like $6 from IKEA. It's the best grill pan.
It is. But then last time when we went 2 weeks ago, I got a 13-inch ceramic non-stick skillet. That it's amazing. It's so good, and it's like $25. I need to go back because there were other non-stick things that I wanted to get that they didn't have. But the knitting adjacent, spinning adjacent thing that we saw, which we didn't buy because we needed to take some measurements, is because we're both now using e-spinners. We have them on a laptop tray, like a laptop stand that we did get from IKEA a couple years ago. But when we were there, we saw that they have their Roscogs, which are those 3-tiered rolling carts, but they now have a smaller version of it. So it looks like
so cute.
Could be a really good option to like store the wheel on top and spin from there, because it does lower it just a little bit. And then with the other ones to store fiber and all the tools and have everything just kind of organized in one place.
Yeah, make like a little spinning station for like an e-wheel.
So that might be something. So we did that. And then last weekend, Jess, who we spoke about quite a bit last episode, we've met her at a bunch of the festivals. She's a knitter and a spinner. She has a group of friends that she gets together with to spin in person. They invited us to the spin along last weekend. So we went last Sunday.
We did a sit and spin.
We did a sit and spin last Sunday. There were a total of 6 of us spinning. And it was so much fun.
I had a blast.
I did too. It was really fun to see what everybody was spinning.
Hold on. Here's the little mini Razcog thing. Like it's super teeny.
Yeah, it's much smaller than their normal ones. And
wouldn't that be cute? You put the spinner on top and then like fill
your
the
bobbins,
shells with
your
all
fiber.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might have to go back and get that.
Yeah.
So we did that, and we were there for...
we got there a little after noon.
For like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And everybody was spinning. I actually left it downstairs, but I attempted, both of us did actually, long draw.
Well, I don't know if I did long draw. I think I did more I tried a treadle wheel for the first time.
Yeah, they all had, well, with the exception of 3 of them had ladybugs.
They're really cute.
They are very nice wheels. The other one was another shacked, and I don't remember the name, but it was really nice. It was nice, it was kind of that same feeling when you get together with people and you're knitting or you're crocheting. We've never gotten together and spun with anybody.
Yeah.
So that was a really nice experience.
Yeah, and it was cool too because like just like you're sitting around with people that are knitting, like people are doing different projects and knitting on different things. Like it was neat to see people spinning like different fibers and different techniques. I really enjoyed it. Like it was really cool just to hang out and spin.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it again.
Yeah, me
I think
too.
we're going to do it again in January.
Yeah, in January.
So that's kind of what we've done over the last 2 weeks. So why don't we talk about what we're wearing?
Okay, I have to pull up this pattern. I completely forgot what it's called.
All right, so I am wearing Bumpy. It is a cardigan by Maxim Cyr. It is a $12 in Canadian funds, so it's about $8.88 in US funds. I knit mine out of British DK in the colorway Louis Shade. My bumps are out of Spin Cycle, and I'm pretty confident the colorway I used was called Stay Ready. So this I knit.
Stay Ready. I remember that.
Right? So I knit this after doing the Bumpy scarf or shawl, Bumpy shawl. Or the moon bumps, which is out of the Fua Fua. I actually have a second one on the needles. It's been on the needles for like 2 years. But it was out of Fua Fua in Spin Cycle for the bumps there. I'm pretty confident I test knit this. I feel like I test knit this pattern. Because it's not in my library. I don't know. Either way, I knit it. It's a great cardigan.
You got a lot of wear out of that. You wore that a lot.
I didn't really do any color management on my Spin Cycle, but it did end up striping pretty evenly.
Yeah, it looks great.
And there's no buttons. It's just a nice, like, lightweight, easy to wear cardigan. If you don't like weaving in ends, this is definitely not the pattern for you, because every bump you have 2 ends at least for this, because you knit, you do an I-cord, so you bind off all your stitches doing the I-cord. You do an I-cord for however many rows, then you pick up all the stitches and knit your next segment. So that is a very good pattern. I enjoyed it. I enjoy wearing it.
Yeah, you look good in it. It looks really good. I love the colors and everything that you did.
I actually noticed,
and it's wearing well.
I gleaned it today, but I do need to go in and reinforce the underarms. At least on this side, it's a little loose,
stretchy.
And I've been wondering. So this is a tangent. So I was wearing my Rhinebeck weekend. I was wearing my Once in Floral, and I saw that I had a hole in my sleeve. I've actually get holes on a couple of my sweaters. There's 3 sweaters I think that I know of that I have holes. So obviously the first concern is that there's an issue with moths. All of our sweaters are stored in the same closet. Ray doesn't have any issues with any of his sweaters, and I actually don't with the majority of mine, but I think what I may do is when I spit splice, I think I get my yarn too thin, because I do that thing where if it has, let's say...
You separate the plies.
This is 2 plies. I separate them. I cut this one off and I cut this one off. And then I ply. So in theory, I still have a 2-ply, but when you're felting, they thin out a little bit. So I think it's actually breaks in the yarn from where I spit splice.
That's a really good point. I do... The majority of the time, depending on how many plies there are, I will pull out a couple of plies, but not down to...
I think
that level.
Yeah, I think when it's a 2-ply, I think I'm just going to leave it and let that little thick spot be there.
And it depends on where you're joining as well. If you're joining somewhere like under, like, you know, as you're knitting, like maybe it's going to be under your arm or in your back or something like that, I would be less concerned with that, with having like a thicker
spot
bump.
I think too, it would block out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just noticed that because it's not like...
But nothing looks like it's broken.
No, and it's
so
not
it's
like
not a moth. It's just stretchy. It's just a little stretchy.
Yeah, this for sure. This is just a little stretchy. I just noticed it because it's quite thin there, the yarn. So I would have joined yarn there,
probably,
and I probably would have spit spliced it.
Yeah,
you know, to just join the ball again instead of knitting.
So you didn't have any ends there.
Yeah, so I want to go in and do some duplicate stitch over it or something.
Well, that's a good point. You could probably just do it from the inside too. Just pick up and just seal it together.
But that's what I'm wearing.
Lovely. I am wearing my Jethro. Yeah. I forgot the name of it until just now. So this is the Jethro by Tanis Laverly. Well, it's modified. Laverly. This is the Jethro. There. We'll have these linked down below. This is really a sweater. So you have crochet, body, and then the sleeves. You pick up for the sleeves, and they're knit. So I modified this one. Kevin, I think you did yours as well.
I did.
For vests, because we wore these almost 2 years ago. 2 Augusts ago when we went to Flock Fiber Festival in Seattle. It was in August, so it was warm. So chose to not do the long sleeve. Just wanted to keep it as an open, like kind of chill vest, which I actually love. I think it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks really good. I just ended up picking up a round for the sleeves. I didn't even do a decrease here, but I did knit. This is knit.
I think we did an inch.
Yeah, it's about an inch of 1x1 ribbing.
Yeah.
on both of the sleeves. And then when I went to go pick up to do the band, I realized that it was a little bit too short for me. I don't have the, I'm not a, what's it called?
Cropped.
It's still a little bit on the shorter side, but what I ended up doing here was, you can see that I did a granny stripe instead of the granny square, just to add a little bit more length there, and I think it really worked very well for this pattern. The yarn is Knit Picks Cot-Lin yarn, in a bunch of different colors, and I tried to kind of be a little bit matchy, like, and have it mirrored, and then you can see, like, there's a couple of spots where they're opposite the colors that you would have seen. Here I've got some just like focus, just a couple of solid squares too that I added in here. And then the back is the same there. So I ended up with, I followed the pattern, made all of the squares that I was supposed to, and then I needed to make a couple of extra squares, but I tried to do some like reverse. They all have the same colors, but like I did, 2 with this color in the middle and yada yada yada. And then I was like, let me just add a couple of solid squares in here too. So I have a couple of solid squares that are trying to place it together was really interesting. Remember, like, laying it out on the floor and like, okay, how are these going to go, together? So then when I picked up, I just, like, again, I knit the, I did a 1x1 ribbing for about 1.5 inches for the band. I needed a little bit more, to add a little bit more length, like in the width or whatever it was. So I went a little bit longer than I did on the sleeves here, just to kind of seal it up. But I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, remember when I put mine on the first time?
Yeah.
And it came to here, like right below my chest. I had to add... Did I add 2 more rows?
I think you added 2 more rows, because remember with mine...
You were a much looser gauge than I was.
I am a very loose crocheter. But I had the length issues as well. I did the exact number. She gives you a lot of really good instructions on sizing, and then you can make these squares larger or smaller depending on the size of the sweater that you're making.
Was it that, or no? I thought it was a difference in the number of squares. Or what?
Both.
No, it was the rounds. It was the crochet rounds.
The crochet rounds.
That's
plus
right.
Number of squares you make. So like, if I'm just making things up, if you're making the 60-inch, you want to do, you might do only a 3-round repeat, but you might make 30 of them.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
up.
it was a
because it's hard. It's hard to get gauge, or it's hard to get measurements when you're doing squares of all the same colors. You could probably get very creative and make different size squares or do some filler things.
We weren't about that life.
We were not about that life. So the life we were about was like make a couple of extra squares, and then do just granny stripes to like lengthen it out. Anyway, I'm super pleased with it. I haven't worn this since August. I saw it in the closet today. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to wear that. That looks really fun. Plus, it's not super warm here today.
You mean cool?
That's what I meant.
I'm glad I'm here.
Again,
batting I'm glad I'm here
thousands.
to decipher your language.
Thank you for the folks at home.
Yes.
Who don't know me.
All right, so that's what we're wearing. So let's get into some knitting. And while we're talking about knitting, we can sprinkle in some of the patterns that we want to talk about.
Great.
All right.
Sure.
So I have one finished object.
It's really good.
This is a spin. This is the fiber that I purchased at Rhinebeck this year from Into the World. It is their odds and ends. Their odds and ends are 4-ounce bags of leftovers from other braids. So you have no idea what color you're getting. You have no idea what fiber you're using. So I bought 2 bags last year and spun them. I actually have this one. I feel like...
You don't label yours?
I do. That's a club. I feel like it's this one and this one.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
So this is leftover from last year's that I did.
I love that they all, like, even though these are all different colors,
these go together. Really,
they do.
Like,
but this looks cohesive as well. Like, it's super fun.
Yeah, they're a really interesting family. Like,
yeah,
they're related.
Look at the guard hairs in there some of the breeds.
I know I said it last time. I don't know.
It's so good, Kevin.
I wish I knew. Thank you. I wish I knew which one of the breeds, some of the breeds in here, because one of them was like spinning twine. It was really, really rough, especially once it was spun up and plying it. I don't know if I overplied it, but all right. So here we have this. So this is 8.25 ounces of fiber. I just took a screenshot of some that I wrote down. All right. So this is 8.25 ounces.
It's good.
I love the bright green in here. I get some really nice.
I love this purple.
This was purple, really purple heavy. Actually, I really love this section too with the bright yellow.
Yeah.
And there's some bright yellow and it goes into some green. So I believe I have 520 yards. And the way that I did that is I have each half of this has 293 strands of fiber. So I multiplied that by 2. So that gives me 586 strands. From top to bottom, it was 32 inches. So I did the 586 times 32 and then divided that by 36 since there's 36 inches in a yard. And I got 520.88 yards. So this is really DK weight.
Yeah, I would say it's DK.
For the most part, I have a good DK weight. And I did some different things with my plying. So when I am drafting my fiber, I hold my fiber supply in my right hand and I draft with my left. And I do a short forward draft. Prior to doing this, for whatever reason, when I was plying yarn, and my fiber supply is always on the right-hand side of me, since I'm holding it with my right hand. For whatever,
I'm the opposite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, when I was plying, I moved my lazy Kate to the left side of me, and I tensioned with my left hand, and I plied with my right, which was fine. But what I also learned at Rhinebeck with talking with Michael and Mary is that I didn't have my wheels tension up high enough. Because there were points where I felt like I was struggling to get the plies or get the yarn onto my wheel. Mm-hmm. So this time I lowered my speed. I kept my speed the same. And I increased my tension. And I flipped sides. And it actually felt like it went much smoother for me. So that's something I'll continue to try in the future. Tensioning with my right hand, feeding with my left, and having the increased tension. The one thing I do wish I did differently, though, is I do wish I broke this up into 2 skeins. The more fiber you have on your bobbin and the heavier it gets, it's harder to tension it. So I felt like this was too much to have on there. It was really hard to get the tension right towards the end. So I do feel like I overplied or overspun some of the fiber towards the end. So I think in the future what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bobbins on the Lazy Kate, put it on the scale.
That's what I'm going to do.
And once I get to like
4 ounces.
Negative
4 ounces?
Yeah, negative 4 ounces. Then I will cut it, wind it off, and start the next. And then like do another skein.
Yeah.
So that's what I will do in the future. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I like the colors in it. So I'm going to...
Me too. It's so cute.
Use these together to make a Shift cowl by Andrea Mowry. I don't know. My only concern is I think that calls for like 2 or 3 colors of spin cycle. Obviously, I'm not using spin cycle since I spin. But I just don't know if there's going to be... I'm concerned like there's not going to be enough contrast, but I don't know if that matters. That's what I'm going to do, though.
I love that for you.
I will probably cast on today.
Really?
Yeah,
How exciting. I love new cast-ons.
That's why it's really why I got this, because I had that in mind at Rhinebeck. I was like, okay, because I've looked at other things up there and I was like, oh, what do I want to pair with stuff? But I just thought this would be a really good way to use it.
Oh, that's great.
So that's my one and only FO. That is actually our one and only FO. Now we have 8 whips to go through.
Wow. Whoosh.
Where do we start?
I could start.
Okay, go ahead.
If you'd like.
Yeah.
All right. This is a new cast on. I cast on my November socks from Woolens and Nosh. I think I selected the yarn last podcast. So this is from October of 2024, part of the yarn club there. Fall cozy kit, tea, books, candles, flannel, wool socks. Woolens and Nosh. There is the colorway name. And I completed one sock sans heel. I used the coordinating mini for the cuff and for the toe. I'm going to see what I have left over to do the heel. What I might do is because my heels, I usually do about 3 to 5 rounds before I start my decreases. I might do those rounds in the contrast color and then do like start using the stripe to make like a little bullseye in the center. That might look kind of cute. Like if it has like a little frame almost. So I knit this how I normally knit my socks. I did a German twisted cast on using size 1 2.25 millimeter needles, and I do a 2x1 rib, which is now my favorite rib for socks. I think it looks so good. It really does. I know like it's that. Like I like the look of a 1x1 or 1x1 twisted, but it feels it's got a good grip around your calf, and it's squishy, and I think it looks very neat.
It looks really
it just
neat.
Looks neat.
Yeah.
I did my leg about 7 inches long. I think it's 8 inches from the tip of the heel to where cuff. I'm going to cut in my cuff. Where I'm going to cut in my toe. Heel. Jeez Louise. Maybe I should just start over. Let's start over. Hi everyone.
No, we are
okay. So I decided to put my heel in between these two colors. I kind of want it here, but we'll see what happens.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like there might be a fun contrast in there with this color. I like how that looks against each other. But then on the bottom I have the opposite. Oh, that looks nice too.
Yeah.
All right. Anywho, for my foot, I do usually about 6 1/4 to 6.5 inches of my foot from where I mark my heel until I'm ready to go with my toe. This one and it's a lot of times based on the color striping where I stop and make that decision. So this ended up being about 6 1/4 inches. And then I started my toe. I do my toe the same way that I always do. It just works for me. I decrease every other round by knitting 1 SSK, knit to the end of the first needle, 3 stitches prior. So I do knit 2 together, knit 1. So it creates a nice little edge. And then I do that every other round until I get down to 20 stitches. And then after I get 20 stitches on each needle, I then decrease every round until I get to 14 stitches on each needle. And then I do a Kitchener. I don't do any setup for my Kitchener. I just start right away. It doesn't matter for me. And then that's it. So I didn't cast on the second one yet because I just finished this last night. But I have a good amount of the contrast left. So we'll see where I end up after the cuff and the toe. I ran into some issues the last time, but this looks like a bigger mini than what I worked on last time. Doesn't matter. I have a lot left over still. And I'm right at the spot. Once I get through this white, I'll be right where I need to
that actually
start.
Worked out
so
really
it worked
well.
out perfectly for me. I won't have to not waste, but
wind off
and cut out so much. So that's my whip number 1.
Okay, good job.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stay on the sock train.
Okay. Choo-choo.
So my first whip is a new cast on as well. And last time we got together with y'all, I mentioned that I wanted to knit another pair of Coffee Talk socks. They are one of the first pairs that I knit, and I really love the texture of them, and I love a heel flap and gusset.
Yeah. So
these are the Coffee Talk socks by Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls. It is a $5.18 US pattern. I love these. It's a 4-row repeat, so it's a really easy pattern to remember. When you get to the bottom, you do a little fading there from your main color.
That's one of my favorite parts of the sock. I think it's so subtle, but it makes such a difference.
Yeah. So I don't know what colorway I picked, but this is a club from Les Garçons. It was actually when it was still dyed by Dells. Mm-hmm. So I think this was like...
It was one of the
It was a fox. It was one of those. It was like one of those mystery animals. I think it was with the fox in it, in that 3 set. So it's definitely an old colorway. It's
got some sparkle in it.
No.
It doesn't?
No, I don't have any sparkle in this one.
Oh.
I have sparkle in another colorway I'm using of theirs.
Oh, maybe
But I did finish the first sock. It's not blocked.
It's so good. The colors are stunning.
Yeah, it's... they do a really good job with speckling. Mm-hmm. And Vincent does it a little bit differently than a lot of dyers. They actually just released a speckled collection. Oh. Yeah, it's really, really nice. But yeah, so you have... What's really interesting is you have a...
Reverse stockinette
stitch on either side of the patterning. Your toe is knit in reverse stockinette on the front only. You have your fading, but what's really nice too is that it's subtle here because of the purl bumps, and here it's a little more defined on the back of your foot
because it's all flat, so you don't have any of those uncomfortable
bits. A heel flap and gusset, so I just followed the pattern. I really love the way heel flap and gussets fit. They fit so well. It's just because I've been knitting prior to this a lot of striped socks is why I've been doing Afterthought, but I really prefer a heel flap and gusset for fit. And the toe I knit down. I didn't follow the pattern for the toe this time because I think it calls to go down to 12 stitches on each needle. So I went down to 14. So I do mine where my first round, I do my decreases. Next round, I don't. And I follow all the way through. I don't ever get to the point where I do like where you do, where it's like...
Yeah, every
other.
I don't know why I started doing that. It just fits my toes really well.
Only thing I did make a mistake on my toe is one row I forgot to purl. And I knit, and you can see the line there, so I have to determine if I can live with that.
Oh, I certainly could.
I know, I could. If I make it match on the other one, I can.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to think if I could duplicate stitch it, and I don't think so.
Please don't. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna don't
yuck my yum.
I will not yuck your yum.
But yeah, this is a really good pattern if you like textured socks. And you like something with a little more interest than knitting round and round, this is a good pattern to pick. So I have started my second sock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 repeats in. So 5 more repeats, and then I get to start my heel flap and gusset. I am knitting mine on a US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter needle magic loop. I cast on doing a German twisted cast on. Same thing. I do the 2x1 rib, which is 63 stitches. So I do have to increase 1 stitch once I add my main color. And then, yeah.
Right, because a 2x1 doesn't go into 64.
Correct.
But it does go into 72, which is a good fit for me.
So, yeah, so I have to do 63 stitches. You could do 63 or I guess 66 if you wanted a little more room. And then just decrease 2 stitches. But I do 63 and then I just increase by 1. And the way I increase is I do a knit front and back 2 stitches before the end of the row.
Oh, to get that extra stitch.
To get the extra stitch, I just do a knit front to back.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm pretty sure...
Don't you love the yarn base? Is it a BFL?
Yeah. It is. I'm pretty sure, and I was gonna say I don't know. I was thinking this is Louis shade, but I don't think so. It's a little bit lighter. Maybe not. This might be Louis shade. It would look different on a superwash yarn. So, yeah, that's that. Those are my socks.
They're great. Lovely. Okay, let's see. I made a little bit of progress on my Jonty. I'm almost at the point where I'm starting my decreases. I just have to weigh my ball one more time. I've kind of been all over the place, to be honest, and just doing like a little bit on each project, which is kind of where my brain is at, so that's totally fine. Just to remember,
here's the Jonty.
Thanks. This is going to be knit for our niece Reese. This is knit out of Gliocci del Lupo yarn from Italy. In her Corilla yarn base, fingering weight, 100% merino, extra fine, 19.5 micron. It's untreated and plastic free, which is fantastic. So it's a non-superwash. About 436 yards per 3.5 ounces. Or about 100 grams ish. And this is the colorway name. And this is what I have gotten done so far. So I was down, you can see I was down here. So I did a decent amount. For sure. And it's not going to be like super large. I think it'll be really cute for a little girl. But I love the colors. I think she's going to love that it came from Italy, and somebody in our comments had recommended to also give her the yarn band for it, so I think that would be really cute. I might try to like package it up around it, like and wrap the yarn band around it or whatever, when I give it to her.
You could. I don't know that yarn band's big enough to wrap around it, unless maybe you roll it.
Well, I can open the yarn band and then
Yeah, I'm thinking if you roll it like this,
up,
you might be able to do so.
So I just have to, with the Jonty, you can knit it with as much or as little yarn as you would like. She tells you to go down till you use about 45% of your yarn that you're planning on using for it. So I'm just waiting for this to get down to about 50 grams or so, 55 grams, and then I'll start my decreases. I was at 60 the last time I weighed it. My scale's downstairs.
Yeah, I don't have a scale up there.
So
I don't know where my small scale is.
And I'm knitting these on the recommended needles for the pattern, or for the size yarn. It is a US 2. So 2.75 millimeter needles, I think, is a US 2. Something like that.
2.75? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it is a US 2. Speaking of needles, who came out with a new set is Leica, or Leike, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, they came out with stainless steel metal tips with a similar cord as a Chaogu.
Oh.
It's supposed to be like a non-kink cord.
So speaking of Chaogu, a little update as I've been using these. I got the Forte set 2 years ago now, I think.
Pretty
year
much
and a half.
Whenever they came out.
Yeah, close to it. I bought it at Pick Up Every Stitch. Got my Forte set there. And really loved the idea of the swivel cord. And my first couple of projects with the swivel cord, no issues. But now I'm not sure what it is. I'm not a huge fan of the swivel cord. I don't know if it's over time or what, but there is a little bit of a gap. And it does snag my yarn. So I have just started using the regular non-swivel cords for the Forte. So I just wanted to throw that out there, just give a little update on that, because I think I said I would do like a review like a while ago, and everything was going very, really well for me. But for some reason, and it doesn't matter what project I'm using or type of yarn I'm using, it's still snagging.
Weight? The weight of yarn? Or
it's all been fingering weight where I've noticed the snagging, so maybe it's a little different.
It could be when you're going up like a larger needle because your loops are larger, so they may slide over it a little bit easier.
What? Actually,
so
hold on, because that's a good point, Kev. Because I believe I didn't put any work on this blanket, but I am using the swivel cords I have the interchangeable Chaogu Tunisian crochet set, and this is the swivel cord. So this is the larger one, and there's no snagging there. I actually prefer it. So maybe on the smaller needles, that's a great point. I'll have to do some more testing.
Yeah, just because you have that smaller loop, and the plies are a little bit finer, it's easier for them to get caught in like the slightest gap.
Yeah.
So that could be
good point.
That could be it.
Okay. You may have solved the riddle, but still, I think they could do a little bit more work on the swivel cord for the smaller needles.
So I'm going to stick on the same train. My project's living in the bank waffle bag, which I love. This bag can hold so many projects, but I made a little bit of progress on my Jonty.
I love the colors.
This is also, you know what?
I have this in my shawl.
Guys, you have your Coffee Talk socks are in this color.
Are they? I want to get them.
So I may have lied about the socks that I'm knitting and what they are. This I'm knitting. This is the Mysterious Fox. This is out of Brown's Sparkle designed by Dells. So this was the old logo, or dyed by Dells. And I'm doing the same thing as Ray. Oh, and I'm in the middle of a row, and I forgot about this. I did something wrong, and I have to drop back. All right, but whatevs. This is my Jonty. I picked it up the other night during knit night. I've done like 2 repeats, but you can see right there, I did something wrong in that stitch, and I have to drop back and fix it. So I think this is going to be a gift as well. This may be for Riley.
That would be cute. She'd love it.
And what I'm planning on doing is...
They're so knitworthy.
The mini that came with it, I'm going to stripe it in when I get to...
the halfway point.
Somewhere around there. I have to figure out... The closer I get to my 45%, I need to see how much yarn an 8-row repeat uses. So I know how many repeats I can get with 20 grams. And find a way to work it in. I haven't determined if I want to stripe every other row. Or if I want to do a repeat in that and then a repeat in this. And do it that way so it's a little more blocky. Because either way, I want row 8... prior to the decreases to be in this color.
Cute.
I'm going to have to do every other row for my head. Because otherwise I would have to do 16.
Back and forth.
I would have to do 16 rows in this to have the increase and the decrease be the same number of rows of this color so that it looked even.
It's got to be so exhausting to live in your head.
So yeah, row 7, 8, and 1 and 2 are going to have to be in this color. That's how I'm going to have to do it to make it look how I want it to, I think.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah.
I love the idea. The concept sounds great.
So I'm knitting this on the same size, I think. US 2. Man, You
should bring your readers up
I
now
was just thinking
forward.
The same thing. I should just keep a pair up here.
You should, especially if you do the work up here for the yarn stuff.
Yeah, I'm using a US 2, a 2.25.
Oh, so maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, I think mine's a 2.25.
I see.
Let me tell you though, using readers when you're knitting socks at night is game changer. It really helps me knit my
2.75.
Okay, 2.75. And I don't know if I said
It's also,
this.
the metal has a reflection.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
It's not your eyes.
And we have like studio lights on. This, I don't know if we said it, but this is an $8 pattern by Andrea Mowry. And it's fantastic. There's already 835 projects on Ravelry for this scarf. And that's the thing I like about this is that it wears more like a scarf than a shawl. So
Yeah, 2.75. I had to take a picture and zoom it in.
Oh, good job. I do that quite a bit too. I
know.
use the magnifier on that.
Okay.
So that is my Jonty.
It's great.
So why don't we talk about a pattern? We'll give a little bit break. So one of the patterns that I wanted to talk about, and this would be really good, I think, for our Ho 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 Mal.
Yeah.
It's a new pattern by Alicia Plummer. I kind of want to cast these on, even though I already have mitts on my damn needles because I think these are really cute. These are called the Harborside mitts. It's a $7 US pattern. They're fingerless. A little bit of color work.
Oh, it looks so good. The colors she chose were fantastic.
But look. They're really
they're so good.
Cute. I love too.
So you have 3 different colors in there.
I was going to say, I love how the cast-on and the bind-offs are
around the thumb,
are in a different color.
Me too.
And you don't need a lot of yarn. From what I saw, you need, for the largest size, there's 3 sizes. For the largest size, you need 200 yards of your main color. So that's half a skein, 50 grams roughly.
It's fingering weight.
Weight. Mm-hmm. For your contrast color, which is your main secondary color, you need 65 yards.
Oh.
And for the contrast color 2, you need 40 yards for your largest size. So you could totally do this with scraps.
Without a doubt. 100%.
Like 100% you could do this with scraps.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's such a cute pattern. I saw them on Insta and I was like, oh, geez, I need them. Like, I think they would look really cute. I love the light color, main color, and the darker background. I would really like to... I think they would look cute reversed with a dark color, main color, and a light background. Or light color work. Yeah, and I may have to make those. Although I don't have the needles available right now because my Jonty's using them.
I'm sure we have... other needles.
All right, so that was one, and again, that's a $7 pattern.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a really nice gift. Like the color work, definitely you don't have more than, it looks like...
No, you're only doing 2 colors at a time.
No more than 3 stitches in between. So stranded color work, super easy, I would say. Mm-hmm. Not long floats, so you don't have to worry about catching anything. Really, really cute. Love that pattern. All right, so that was one pattern that I wanted to show.
Great. I mean, I could talk about another pattern, but it's not an accessory.
Yeah, no, do it.
Yeah.
Because we each have 2 more whips, right?
Yes.
And they're very similar, aren't they?
So I had this on, like I hearted this the other day, actually, and then our dear friend Corey Eichelberg, Berger,
from RayJKnits.
Yes, from RayJKnits. Sent me a message on Ravelry with this pattern, and she's just such a sweetheart. So I just wanted to share this pattern with you all. It was a collaboration with Farmer's Daughters Fibers, which we were just talking about in the same base, the Pishkin DK. But if you haven't seen Corey's vest, it's called the Fully Invested. And look how cute she is. Oh, I hate that you can't really zoom in on Instagram.
You hit full screen.
On Instagram?
Oh, no.
No.
Why don't you just go to...
I'm going to, but I didn't see these pictures on Instagram. On Ravelry. Look how cute. And then, look at all her test knitters that did the vest. And all the different colors. If you're looking for a vest, I thought this was really, really sweet.
Here, full screen.
Oh, okay, perfect. Oh, great. It was on Ravelry.
Yeah, under... Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's where she releases the patterns on Ravelry.
Thanks, Kev. Got it. She also has a website as well, silly goose.
I know, but...
But if you're interested, go check it out. She gifted us the pattern. She said we can give this away if we'd like to, or keep it ourselves. Oh, yeah. So she also said that she went... they all wore their matching vests at Sacred Sheep.
It's really cute. That looks like...
So, and there's Matt.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, I'm being selfish and I'm keeping the pattern for myself because I think it's really cute.
It is. It's a really cute vest.
Yeah. Corey also did this for us.
Yeah.
She has some, and we have her book.
I know. Where is the
She's
book?
a beautiful individual.
Do we have it here? I don't know.
Probably screaming at us. It's probably right in front of our faces.
Right here. Is this it?
Yes.
Knit words. Mm-hmm. So
look how fun that pillow is down there.
I want to say this came out 2 or 3 years ago because this is what she was signing at Rhinebeck, if I'm not mistaken.
That was the first time we met her in person, right? Yeah,
the first year that we met her and Matt. And I feel like Matt had on... He had just finished like a red turtleneck sweater.
Wow, you have good memory.
So yeah, there's like a poncho.
Yeah, she's got the patterns in there as well. And then in the back of the book is all the colorwork charts that you would need to like...
Ray, you should do the lanyard. And it could say like nurse and you could attach it to something at work. Do you use the lanyard at work?
No, because God forbid a patient gets frustrated and they grab...
Oh, that's true. That's not safe. Yeah. So don't make it for work.
No.
Here's a tote bag.
But I wouldn't mind... You know... I bet there's something already out there.
What?
But a badge clip, like a knitted badge clip or something like that would be kind of cute to design, come up with. Like a badge reel, you know?
Yeah.
Or so, like a koozie, like a badge reel koozie. Can somebody do that?
A badge reel koozie.
You know how you can do like a koozie like around like a coffee mug or something?
Yeah.
It's really small though, but like...
Do you mean like the clip that you pull your badge out from?
Yeah, the reel. Thing? So like it's got like a retractable thing. It's
yeah,
like
I bet you could.
You probably could.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about it.
You work on it.
Okay.
So since we're already just talking about patterns, we're just going to keep going before we jump into the rest of our whips.
Sure.
This is one pattern.
We'll have all of these linked down below.
That was donated to us. This is going to be in, it's a prize for the Ho 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 Mal. It is by Alexandra.
Atapeva?
Atapeva? Maybe.
Probably
Her username is Pearl Beard. Wow, I was going to say beard. Pearl Bear Designs. She donated this scarf. It's called Who Wander Scarf.
It's so good.
It's really cute. It's a single skein. It's DK. You need no more than 273 yards, and it is...
How is it a single skein? Is it...
Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm lying.
Looks like it's colorwork or something.
Yeah, it looks like colorwork. I lied about it being a single skein, I believe. But here we go. I thought it was really cute when she sent us it.
It is really cute.
But she was also really kind enough because when...
Wait, so scroll down. Is there...
Yeah, it's got to be...
yarn.
Oh, yeah. Multiple colors. My bad. At least 2. So it's color-changing yarn and a solid.
So good.
So, yeah. So I lied.
It's 2 colors. It's fine.
Yeah, it's 2 colors. The other one, though, of her patterns that I saw, and I was like, oh my God, this pattern's super cute. And she was kind enough to send us a copy of it because I thought it would be really good for the kids.
Speaking of vests, wow, is it like vest season? Like we've just shared a lot of vests.
This is called Little Wander Vest.
I can't with this.
$9.63 pattern. It is a children's vest. There's 11 sizes available. But, guys...
It's an Aran weight vest.
Just look at how cute that was.
Oh my goodness.
It's so adorable.
Stop it. What's the name of the pattern again?
Little Wander Vest. And, like...
It's so good.
It really is. It's really cute. So, yes. So, we'll have those linked. And then the last one I wanted to talk about because I kind of want to make one.
I do
Carrie's
too.
making one.
I know.
It's Max's newest pattern called Rocketeer Scarf. I hate when he releases patterns because I want to make it.
Everything that he releases.
It's a fun modular knit.
Yeah.
But this pattern, it's such a long scarf. This is such a fantastic picture.
I know.
It gives me super long scarf vibe, obviously, but it gives me a little bit of... Oh, crap. The Shawl by Stephen West. Why can't I think of it? My favorite shawl.
The modular one.
Yeah, what the heck's the name of it?
We've each knit like 2 or 3
I've
of
knit
them.
2 and I want to make a third one.
We say it all the time. It's our favorite shawl.
What's the name?
How many of you are screaming at us right now?
I know. Literally in my head, So Basic just popped up. Obviously, that's not it.
Get it out. Sometimes you just have to like say the things that you know are wrong to leave room for the right ones. Vertices Unite.
Yes, thank you. Jesus. Vertices Unite. It just kind of gave me that vibe when I initially saw it. I think it's just because there's that large section that's 2-color striped.
Mm-hmm. Like I love that it's modular.
Yeah,
I think modular knitting is really fun.
And it's all garter stitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
And that one is a... Go away. Go. Here. Oh my jeez. This is a $9 Canadian fund, $6.66 US funds. So those are all the patterns that I thought that I wanted to talk about today.
That's great.
All right, so we're going to go back to whips. We each still have 2. What the... Oh, I know what my... Because one of them is the same for both of us, pretty much. The other one, I couldn't figure out what mine was, but now I know.
Yeah, I have 2 spins and...
2 spin? Well, kind of.
I mean, it's the same project, but I finished 1 bobbin. Yeah. I'll do... let me do this one first. I made some progress on my sleeve for the Wild Horses cardigan by Ann Hansen.
I got it.
All right. I know we've been showing this pattern a lot, and I'll continue showing it for the next 5 years probably. Last you saw it was way down here. I just started the cuff and the increases, so I finished all of the increases at this point now for the sleeve. They're knit flat, as you can see, and then it'll get seamed up here.
Here's the pattern.
It'll get seamed up here like so. So that'll be 1 sleeve here. I have to still knit this to a certain length. I think it's 18 inches or something like that. I haven't measured it yet.
Did you correct your stitch count?
No.
Are you gonna...
I did not. So thank you for bringing that up. And I'll actually talk about that. So I need to knit this to a certain length, and then you start doing some decreases to do some sleeve shape, like the shoulder shaping, and then there's going to be a tab because it's like a saddle shoulder.
Yep.
So in the pattern, now I think Ann Hansen's patterns are fantastic. I would recommend that you do have some experience knitting and doing garment knitting with this, because there is some assumptions that you know how to do certain things, even though the pattern is very detailed. So for example, with the increases, there's some language there that says increase, I'm just going to say 15 times more, right? So in my head, I'm okay, I'll increase once and then I'll do that 15 times more. So I ended up getting to where I finished my increases. I've been keeping track of them with, like we normally would on our sweaters, with all my little stitch markers every time I do a little increase there. It's all stockinette, so it's just going to fold on itself. Yeah. So when I got to the number of increases, I had 2 additional stitches, and I'm why did that happen? Then I went back and I reread the pattern. I'm oh, I bet you don't include the first one, and maybe I don't know. So
No, if it says 15 times
I know, that's
more,
what I thought too.
I would say...
I was very meticulous about it.
That's 16 total increases.
So, I don't know if there's just a little bit of a... I doubt there's a mistake in the pattern. It might just been... Maybe it was me. Maybe I did another set of increases where I shouldn't have. But with the second sleeve, I'll pay attention there and just to make sure. But I am 2 stitches over, so I'm just going to... I'm just going to decrease those... I actually might tink back the 2 rows.
I was going to say
I'm just going to tink back the 2 rows.
Tink back and just fix it.
Yeah.
This way you don't have to worry about it with the other sleeve.
Yeah. But it's fun. I love the yarn. I could not be happier with the yarn. It was great to kind of get back to it. I did put it to the side just while I'm waiting for me to figure out what I wanted to do to correct that mistake. But this is... I know I showed it last time. This is Bare Naked Wools by Knit Spot in the Better Breakfast fingering. It is about 450 yards per 115 gram skein. It is a lot of different things. 55% merino, 35% de-haired alpaca, and 10% nylon. It is extremely soft, and it blooms really, really well. I don't know if I have my... I wonder if I have my swatch from like years ago.
Years ago.
Feels like it was years ago.
So while he's looking for that, this is an $11 pattern.
Yeah.
But what's really nice with this is you actually get two versions of it.
Yes.
You get the V-neck version, the V-neck cardigan version. You get a crew neck version?
There's a crew neck.
I mean, a cardigan crew or just V?
Cardigan crew, I believe, too.
So then you get potentially 3 patterns.
There's a lot of different directions. In every one of her patterns, you have there are like 3 or 4 patterns in one.
Yeah, so you get
it's really good.
The cardigan version and you get a pullover version. So you get at least 2 sweater patterns for $11. I think with his home office, I think it was the same thing. I think it was at least 2 versions.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been folded up, but you can see like how the stitches really kind of bloomed.
Yeah.
There, I think it's really good, and it's so light and fluffy. By the way, this is like you'll have to believe me. It's a really good.
It's one of my favorite scents.
Cider donut.
Yeah. I do not prefer the bars. I prefer the metal tins.
Oh, I don't know if I have the metal tins. I only do the bars.
I love the metal tins.
Okay.
Right, so then my next whip is living in my Paradise Island bag.
Living on a prayer.
So this is I actually did not pull up this pattern. I apologize. This is my Jelly Roll Blanket by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. I am doing the fingering weight version. I feel like I made some decent progress I worked on it last weekend. So I was down here, and now I'm up here.
Here's the Jelly Roll Blanket by Kay Jones.
She also now has a crochet version of this pattern.
Oh, it's so good.
And I have this much to go to finish this strip of the Jelly Roll Blanket.
It's a 4.75, 4 pound 75. That GB.
So here is what we have so far. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 completed stripes. I do think I had this on when I was knitting it, and I mean, look at this. It's just so fun. I love the difference in all the colors. Like, I know what some of these are, what projects some of these have been in.
Yeah, that's really fun.
You know? So that's... Yeah, it's really, really fun to see. And I love that there's some bright colors. I actually finished I'm pretty confident this color was yours. It was from
my socks.
No, this is from your honeycomb.
My painting honeycomb
Your
shawl?
painted honeycomb shawl.
Wow, that was years ago. So that's
these 3
Nancy's yarn.
Right. These were all when Nancy was the dyer of Trilogy Yarns.
Yeah.
These 3 are from it. I finished
that was from a Halloween Advent.
Yeah.
Like
I finished the bag.
or something.
So all of the scraps from that are now in this blanket, whatever was left.
Fun.
I think. I'm pretty confident. This one might be it too, actually.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
This might be the last one. So after knitting on this, I wasn't sure how wide I was going to make it, which is the great thing about this is you can make it as long and as wide as you want. This is 8. I'm going to make a total, I think, of 18 strips now, based on like having it on my lap when I was knitting last weekend. And I put it on and I compared it to the blanket that I actually normally use in the living room, the throw. I was like, oh, it definitely needs some more width. So I believe I'm going to do a total of 18 for this. What the hell's that? How are these? That's weird. Why would I do that?
Do what?
So see this little blip there is the same as this one here. Normally...
Oh. That's okay. It's cute. I
know, but I just think it's weird that I did that. I normally finish something off. I will say I did not finish this. I was not I wasn't feeling this colorway. Mm-hmm. So I just cut it. I was like,
but that's done. The great part of this blanket. You just, when you're done with it, you're done with it.
So here's what I have in my bag to keep working from. And I have all this in there too. Down there.
Wow, you've made significant progress getting rid of some of our leftovers.
Yeah, it's a great way to get rid of them.
Not get rid of, use them. Use them up.
Yes, to use them. So I will say I prefer using less than 20 grams of leftovers because then you get a little more variety. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of all of the blocks being the same size. So, for me personally, I enjoy using all those scraps and having different bits.
Sure.
And if it's over 20 grams, I definitely won't use it all. Mm-hmm. I'll just kind of go until whenever I feel like it, feel like switching. I don't do any planning on the colors. I'm not like, oh, is this going to go great with the one next to it? I just go. And it's just a super fun, really mindless knit.
Yeah.
I will say I do the join here. Hey, where'd my needle stopper just go?
Oh, no. Needle stopper?
Yeah, on this side. My other
you had
sloth.
2 of them?
Yeah. Either way. So the join for this, I use the join from Kay Litton of the Crazy Sock Lady when you're picking up the stitch here. So she has her project page on Ravelry, and she has detailed instructions on how she does that. But yeah, other than that, I follow the pattern, cast on 20 stitches, and you just knit and garter until you kind of done with that color. But it does leave for a lot of ends. After I'm done with this row here, I'm going to have to go in and clean up some of these.
And you've kind of been doing that in the past.
Yeah, you can see I've cleaned up a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I still have a bunch, especially when you get over here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. When you look at it as a full project, like a picture, you know what I mean? It's where it truly shines. It's great.
I said to Ray when I was knitting on it, I'm going to be really interested to see what the weight of it is. Like, how many grams of yarn have I used? Think about if it's 1,000 grams of yarn, it's quite an expensive blanket.
Well, yeah.
But
it's all leftover.
It is all leftovers from other projects.
I saw on a reel on Facebook, because I'm still that old school person, and I look at reels on Facebook. It's the only reason I use Facebook. And somebody had said it was a little kind of joke about being a crafter, like a crocheter, knitter, or whatever, where you're like, look, I knit this with all leftovers, so it was free, and then the person's like, but didn't you spend money on the yarn in the beginning? But I already used it in a project, so this is all free.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, of course it's free. And then the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's so funny.
What was one that I saw? I saw one with a guy talking about, crap. I think maybe it was he goes out to golf. No, snowboard. And his wife was like, oh, did you get a new snowboard? He's like, did I need another snowboard? No, I didn't. Did I want one? Yeah. So he's like, you know what? Why do you go buy something nice for yourself? And she was like, okay, I think I'm going to go buy some yarn. And he's like, yeah, go buy yarn. How much is it? Like $2.
Oh.
Absolutely. Go buy however much yarn you want. And then he's like, guys, don't tell your wife to buy yarn. Because she's going to come home and she's going to have a merino alpaca blend that's from an independent dyer. And she's going to come home with a bag full of all these skeins. And you're going to realize that you could buy some more snowboards. Mm-hmm. I'm like, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But we do have the whole gambit in this wonderful craft of ours. We can definitely buy fiber and yarn at a much more affordable price, all the way up to $60 a skein of yarn,
or more than that,
or more.
I think I don't know, because I don't. Mm-hmm. That sticker shock. But
I love that for us. You probably can't get a snowboard that's safe for
who knows. All right, back to whips.
Okay.
We each have one more.
Left over. Yes. So next is spinning.
Yeah, so we each have one more whip left, and both of them are spinning related.
I can start. So I am spinning for a project that I want to do a Jonty, because I was very jelly of Kevin and another one of our friends, and I don't like to call them out anymore. I feel like I call them out often.
You call people out very often, but you could say our friend Michael. He has a channel here on YouTube. It's Piece for Piece Crafting, and he also finished a Jonty out of his hand spun.
Okay. So anyway, so I want to do a Jonty as well. When we were at Fiber Festival of New England, I bought my very first, started my stash, my fiber stash, and I had intention for these two braids together. So I finished one of the braids. I finished spinning one of the braids. This is both of the fiber is Dirty Girl Yarns. It's Rambouillet. There's no colorway name there, but this one I thought was great. Has like grays and some like blues and reds. Is
there blue?
There's like purpley.
There's definitely red and like burgundies and like it can lean a little pink sometimes in some of the lighter red areas.
But there is red in here. I promise, like it's underneath.
Yeah, no, you can see it there
and stuff. Yeah, and then I got this beautiful tonal like red here. Oh, which is so good. And I started spinning that. So I'm going to ply these two together and then do a Jonty with the two of those together. But I think, hey, not too bad. Right?
Yeah, no, they look good. I meant to ask this.
Tell me.
Before. Do you do ply back tests as you're spinning?
Sometimes when I remember.
Okay.
But no, not really. But I love this red. Isn't it so good?
It is. I just asked because it's interesting because I know that I pretty much ply back every time I stop my wheel.
Yeah, I don't.
Just so I can make sure that I'm trying to stay consistent.
I'm still learning like just technique of drafting as well. And then like what I've really started to do is correcting for like if a blip goes through, like to stop it and try to correct that.
Yeah.
So like I'm just trying to learn like the best technique for me. I am struggling a little bit from time to time with this fiber. I feel like it's dense. It's like
compressed.
It's very compressed, and there's also I can't find any, but there's also like they almost remind me of like little felted nubs that are in here that they're separate. A couple of times I've let them go through, like just because it's fun. But
I would do what Michael said.
I might steam it just to see.
Yeah.
But it is, you can feel it. Like it feels like a little bit dense in there.
You know what too? I wonder. I don't know this for sure. You know, like how
here's one of those like little blip things.
Yeah, you can pull that sometimes as you're spinning.
Yeah.
Like and stretch it out and like actually get it in.
I've been trying to.
I wonder if the fiber.
It's like very thick, almost like felted.
I don't know if this is going to make sense. It feels drier to me. Like, not that fiber's moist, but it feels like I feel like I would for sure need to use put lotion on my hands to spin this.
I don't think I've ever tried that. One of the things that I was thinking about, because it's Rambouillet, which is the same as this one, right?
Can I see this?
Yeah. Please? But do you think it could be because of the color, like the red, like maybe when it was dyed, like it needed more dye or a higher temperature or something like that to absorb it?
So with red, right?
See, look at, this is like it's like elasticy almost, because it's like, I'm trying to like pre-draft a little bit too.
I would steam it. I would steam it to help. So with red in general, right? So we all know that red itself has a tendency to bleed the color. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this 2 weeks ago on our knit night. And you know, as a dyer, it's really hard because you're like really concerned that colors are going to bleed. But this happens, a really good example, our friend Carrie had mentioned, she had bought fabric from a company. And she had to do like 5 washes. And it was a blue and it just kept bleeding. And this is just, we see it with our jeans, like it's just part of dyeing of whether it's animal fiber or plant fiber. Yeah. But with a red, what tends to happen, or with something that's really saturated, I do feel like it changes the feel of the fiber a little bit. In red, in an attempt to not get it to bleed, you can use more acid in it, which again, that could change things a little bit, like the feel. Yeah. Or if all of the acid isn't washed out, it could change the feel of the fiber until it's washed and blocked again. It may need to be on the heat for a little bit longer.
That's what I'm thinking.
Could change it.
Yeah.
So I think there's so many factors that go into it, but I would steam it. And I think it will change. Obviously, your final product will change completely because you're going to soak it.
Yeah, and I'm applying it as well.
Right, so it will.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be fine. I just needed to take my time a little bit. It was just an interesting learning opportunity for me to dyed fiber. I think feels different, at least from it feels this is different than a natural fiber, or even the other one that's like lighter dye in it, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, there's that. There's definitely a difference.
Because at first I thought like maybe I'm felting it as I'm holding it, but I'm very loose, with it. So. Yeah. But anyway, that's my spin. I'm super excited about it. I think I still have, I still obviously am learning. And so of course nothing is perfect.
No, but
you don't want anything perfect.
Looks really consistent, and you are in the group of people, and I think this is a really common. I think a lot of spinners, and I don't know many, and I don't check all their plies, but I feel like for most spinners, our default spin tends to be between a sport and a DK. I think that's just a natural good draft for most spinners. So
plus the fiber is different because it's a lot longer.
No, but you could be very mindful.
Yeah, like yours. You're spinning lace.
I'm being really mindful of my spin because I know I'm going to do a 3-ply and I want it to get somewhere between a sport and DK. So I'm spinning very thin for me. This is definitely one of the thinnest spins I've done. So we'll
please
jump right into that. So I'm spinning.
I'm not a fan of that cardamom.
I love cardamom. I actually thought about getting cardamom and making some type of dessert with it because I loved it so much.
Remember you loved the cardamom donut?
That donut was the best.
I remember. You were so excited about it.
I crave cardamom.
That's bizarre.
Because it was so good. All right. What else? All right. So I'm spinning on my Starling from Daedalus.
Good.
This is Trixie. Yes. Because the Triscuit's the sock machine.
Triscuit's the sock machine.
After I finished my Traveler's Cow last year, and I spun for that with some fiber from Feederbrook Farms. Michael and I did. Ray wanted a Traveler's Cow. I started spinning this, and it's just been on the back burner because it's really weird. I guess it's the kind of same feeling when you're knitting for somebody. You're not in a rush sometimes to do it.
Yeah.
So, and because I'm spinning quite thin, it takes a long time. This isn't even half of the braid. Once I finish this little bit, it will be half. It will be 2 ounces of fiber that I've spun. So this is fiber from, I want to say this is from Cesium. I think this is something like lightning bug or glow bug, something like that.
I don't
but
think so.
This is what I have so far. I am doing 3 different greens for you. The other ones are more variegated and have some grays and some blues and stuff in it. So this one I am spinning and
you can see the
this little thing. This is a ply back, and look at how thin that is.
I know, it's really good. You're so good.
Thanks. It's probably too tight right there too tightly spun. That looks like a tight ply, but whatevs. It is what it is. It will plump up with not blocking, soaking. So I am doing a short forward draw with this, and when I'm spinning thin, I find that I do, like, my hands are very close together, and I draft way less to keep it thin. Yeah, so this one's going to take me a while. So I did not bring this up, but what I did to keep spinning for stuff for myself is I got inspired to go back to my treadle wheel. So if you guys don't know, I have a double treadle that Ray got me.
I'm really excited that you're actually using it now. It only took 6 years.
8 years.
Whatever.
Well, no, let's see. So my dad passed away in 2017.
Yeah.
We're 2025. So you got it for me. We saw it at Connecticut Sheep and Wool right after my dad passed. That was Vernon. So 2017, we went to Connecticut Sheep and Wool, which is odd.
No. That was way before that.
No, it had to be after it. Because I remember driving past. Remember we drove past the exit and I got like super emotional where the hospice place was? And that was going past Wallingford. So we were going to Vernon. But it was 2 weeks later. It was... Because he passed away on April 17th. And I think Connecticut Sheep and Wool is the last weekend of the month in April, which also is...
wow.
The yarn store day?
Yeah, local yarn
store day. So we went, that's where I saw the Kromsky. And
right.
You got it for me for either my birthday or Christmas that year. So I have a Kromsky Minstrel, which is their castle style wheel. Oh, here we are. I believe I have it in cherry.
You have it in, yeah.
Let's see if they have it. Or, no, maybe I have it
Check mahogany.
I have it in mahogany. So this is the
Ours
wheel
is a little darker, though.
This is the wheel that I have.
Cherry.
So I decided to give this a spin, and I started spinning on it. But it needs some oil. So I got some oil, and I also got a different drive band. I got a
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got a polyurethane drive band. So those will be coming... stop ChatGPT. So those will be coming on Wednesday. And then I'll be able to use it more because it was super squeaky. But I was able to get some fiber on it. I got some spin.
It's been sitting around for...
I dusted it off. I cleaned it off. But yeah, it definitely needs to be oiled. I was able to get my tension kind of where I wanted it to be. So yeah, I want to get...
I want to do it so bad.
Comfortable
I know.
on that.
Me too.
Because I think it would be really good for that to be like a sweater spin wheel. Because I would really like to spin a sweater's quantity of yarn. So I could do that on the Kromsky, and then I could have my Starling as like.
I just think
wheel.
Doesn't it add a layer of like coziness or like hygge? You know, like to spin on an actual like.
A traditional wheel.
Spinning wheel, like a nice woolly sweater.
It does.
I don't know. For some reason, it feels different to me.
What was interesting for me is the data list is so quiet.
Yeah.
Like if I hear a noise, I know that I have to like
something's
dust something
going on.
off
or
something. Like it's so whisper quiet that if there is any noise, I know I have to do something. That one, the clanking and the noise that it makes just from the treadles, because they're actually tied with like leather or something, which I thought was interesting. And that's something just looking at the ladybugs that the group had that was really nice is theirs aren't like they're just attached by a bar. And I was like, oh, that's actually quite nice. And they're together. They're one piece of wood where mine are separate. So I have to treadle, obviously. Double treadle.
Well, theirs were double treadles too, but they were just closer together.
Weren't they one big piece of wood though?
No, they had to. Oh. There's still.
But yeah, so so it was interesting.
Somebody should create a meme of us doing this.
Yeah, it was interesting to get back to it. So I'm interested to see what's weird about that though, and I have to double check, is I think that the bobbins are so small that each bobbin only holds 100 grams on there, where I spun
8 ounces.
8 ounces on one. I was able to apply 8 ounces on one of my Daedalus ones. Like even
these are about the same. This is a little smaller than what you have, but
yeah. So that will be a new. It was just nice to see, and that's what I think the benefit sometimes of, number one, getting together with people to see what people are working on, but also of watching. We do the same thing when we watch other YouTube channels. You get inspired by seeing something
100%.
Somebody is working with or making or doing. So that was really cool to hang out with them and pull out the treadle wheel again. And instead of having it just be a piece of furniture, now it's been used for like the 3rd time in 8 years.
I know, it's wild.
All right, so those are all our whips.
Those are all of our projects.
Oh,
I left the acquisition downstairs, but that's okay. We can show it next time.
Acquisition, what did we buy?
I will post.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's just talk some needles at the Ready Yarn. So I've been trying to get some more stuff up on the site that I've had. I just haven't gotten onto the site. So I added some truly outrageous single brews, and the reason they are single brew is because there's some purple that's not supposed to be here. You may not see it, but it's like right there. It's such a small amount.
I know. I love that you have such high standards,
it's only
which is great.
One skein of the DK, but
yeah,
it's more prominent on these. These are on the Apollo, the 8020. You can see, I don't know where they are on here. But yeah, there's just a little purple like here that's not supposed to be there. So I added some of these.
How many of these do you have, the Apollo?
The Apollo, I think 5.
So our Apollo is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon fingering weight. Kev, it's really good. I love the twist on this one. It is. It's really, really good.
I also added some single brews of Coral Dreams on the Apollo base.
Yeah, here.
So it's a orange with some teal. So there's 5 of those as well.
Really good.
I thought I had added this before, but I definitely didn't. So I had to take some pictures. Lavender Amp. There's just the one. This was
a fun color when we brought this with us.
That's 75-25 fingering.
And the Achilles is a little 75-25, like Kevin said.
This is a one of a kind too. So a single brew called Darkwood. It's on the 80-20 Apollo.
Mm-hmm. I love the little slight. It's almost tonal, but like it's variegated, but almost tonal in a way, which is interesting.
All right, and then if you want to be like me and make a coffee talk socks, I thought it would be fun to put some sock sets up.
How exciting!
So I don't think any of these have like more than 2, but this one, Midnight Masquerade with the blue mini.
This is such a fun color. This Midnight Masquerade. It's like an electric purpley blue in there. It's so good in person. I think the colors are actually coming out pretty. This would be a fun. I mean, there's a lot of texture and stuff in the sock. This could be really cool.
Then I have 2 Dreamcatcher sock sets. Both of them come with this little brown mini.
These will be really nice. I
know. They
with the pattern. Really how beautiful! I feel like it would be so delicate. These are gorgeous.
Let's see. We have a Frozen Grasshopper sock set.
That's fun too. Are these listed on the website like under sock sets, or are they under? Okay,
they're under the because these are on the 75-25 merino nylon, so they're listed under fingering weight. But I did create a new sock set section, so they're there as well. This is a one-of-a-kind colorway, which these are on the site separately. But I do have one sock set of the Wildflower Picnic with this nice little golden...
This screams spring and summer to me.
Let's see what else.
How fun. Kev, you did a good job putting these together.
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
So we have 2 of the...
this is such a classic for us.
Iron Mountain with this nice gray mini.
Yep. Iron Mountain is beautiful and knits up so lovely.
Then there are...
And these are all on Achilles?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 of each of these. This is below the surface, and you have one with an orange mini and one with a darker green mini.
It's perfect.
Then there's one of each of these. This is Canyon Hues. So you got this nice bright red or dark red rather, and an orange.
The orange is almost like a flamey color.
2 of these. This is Steampunk with that yellow mini.
Steampunk's another one, knits up beautifully. I don't think we have Canyon Hues knit up, do we?
No, I don't know that I will do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
Just because it hasn't been super popular. I like it because it's dark and moody.
Me too. I really like it a lot.
And then last are these. Because these haven't been super popular, but I like them.
Why not?
I don't know. But I think so here's the thing. I think some things work really well in sock sets. That's why
yeah, me too. I agree with that.
Specific colors
into
them.
I agree.
So this is Sunflower Fields.
These are so good.
There are 3 with the brown mini and then 2 with the red mini.
I like the brown.
Yeah, I like the red too because there's some orange.
These are very fall.
Yeah, and there's some orange in here. So I
Yeah.
felt like the red was a nice little contrast for that.
For sure.
Is that all the sock sets? Yeah, so there's a bunch of sock sets in there. So I thought they were fun.
Look at this pile you have. How exciting.
And then what I'm thinking of doing, I really actually enjoy dyeing minis. This, when we did the Skein trunk show and I did all the minis, it's a lot to do, but I really enjoyed the process of doing that. So I also thought, and I like putting together sock sets. So what I think I'm going to do in the new year is I don't want to do a club because having like a pre-order-y thing stresses me out. Right? The idea of it stresses me out. So I've been thinking for a really long time, like, oh, can I do like sock sets and do, what's the word I'm looking for? Do with like a theme, right? Like some type of theme. What would I do? So I just wasn't coming up with anything, and I have a bunch of these like color cards that are inspiration. So it's a photo and then it gives you like 5 to 7 colors to use. So I was going to go that route, but then I thought many moons ago I was really into photography, and we used to go out with our friends, find all these like abandoned buildings in Connecticut or abandoned places, and we walked through and with our cameras, and we would just spend the afternoon taking pictures. I don't have a lot of them because
I really love this idea so much. You combining your...
I don't have a lot of them. They're on an old Mac of mine that I don't know that I can get access to. I have to try. But I was able to find some that I posted, whether it was on like Facebook or Flickr. So I'm thinking of doing a monthly sock set based on pictures that I've taken. So here's a bunch of them. I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet, but these are all pictures that I took. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that these would be my inspiration photos. And just for an idea, I took some of them and just kind of like started messing around with color palettes.
I love that these are your pictures.
That I could potentially use for these. Just trying to pull some of the colors from the pictures. But yeah, so that might be coming in January.
What a cool way, though, again, to like merge your hobby. Like
I think this one's, this one might be the first picture that I do because I really love that photo. It's one of my favorites.
The one on the bottom?
Took. Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
I really love that.
I love the patina on that.
Yeah.
Do you remember where that's from?
That's from Fairfield Hills. Wow. A lot of these are actually from Fairfield Hills or Pleasure Beach. There's some, one of them's from...
Pleasure Beach before they did
Before they redid Pleasure Beach. Fairfield Hills, before they've redone that. There's some from Long Beach, on our way to Pleasure Beach. And
this is the train stack.
This is Lyman's Orchard.
Derby. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's the train track that I walked with Megan.
Yeah.
And some of these are from...
Bonstock.
No, Booth. The flowers.
Booth.
Some of the flowers are from Booth when we went there, and they have all the roses in the garden.
I just love that idea. It's so fun.
Yeah, and I said too, it would help me get back into taking pictures and like going out, because then like the next 12 months I could go out and take pictures for a collection for the following year.
Yeah.
I just have to think about if I want it to be maybe where all of them by the end of the year, like they would all kind of work together too. But who knows? Who knows?
Well,
that's
you
just
have
kind of where I'm leaning towards doing.
Because you're the one taking the pictures too. Like if you look, it does look like a collection. Like you do.
Yeah.
Like anything else, right? We select like the colors and the things that jump out, and like you see, just like we have our own color palette that we like to knit with, like you have your own color palette that you like to take pictures with in.
Right. Do you know a trick, and I wonder if this would be too, just in general, if you want to look at something differently, is to look right to left. You'll pick,
that's
because
interesting.
we read left to right.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at scenes, that's the way that we typically look, is left to right. But if you want to see it differently and maybe pick up something you wouldn't think of, is move right to left. That's and you'll pick up different like scenes doing it that way.
Cool, man.
All right, so that's that.
That is that.
We have no Break in the Bank.
Nope.
We have no Owl Post.
Nope. However, we did get our Advent skeins from Woolens and Nosh.
I don't know why we haven't opened them. They're in a bag.
Well, I know, but they're still sealed up in the package.
They are.
So, I am probably going to start mine the day after Thanksgiving, just because I want to have it finished, and because my foot is a little bit longer. I want to make sure that I can get it finished through, like, by the end of the month of December. So, I'm probably going to start mine a little bit earlier than December 1st. But that's coming. That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. So now we'll get into what we've been reading and watching. We watched the new Frankenstein.
I thought it was great.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. I thought it was really, really good.
It was really good. Mm-hmm. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I read Mary
Shelley's
Frankenstein a couple of years ago for school. And I thought the movie, they did a good job.
Yeah. We watched that. It was released on Netflix. So we watched that on Netflix. And then we also watched for the first time Wicked.
We did.
Part 1.
Can you believe that we've never seen Wicked?
I know.
Wow.
We actually decided to watch it because I took Reese to dance last Saturday. And on the way, she was telling me how she was going to go see Wicked 2. And I said, I was like, Uncle Ray and I have never seen Wicked. She's like, you should watch it. It's really good. There's some parts in there that are a little scary, though.
Aww.
Towards the end. She's like, but you should watch it. So when I got home, I was like, Reese said we should watch Wicked. So we did. And it was, all right. So I will say, I felt like the first half was slow. The second half was fantastic, but the second half made it. I would watch it again.
I would definitely watch it again. I would love to watch it again.
I really enjoyed the second half of the first movie.
Because I didn't know what to expect, with the first one, with the first half of the movie. But yeah, it was ultimately, I think they did a great job. Yeah. I liked it.
So those are the two things. And then we're still continuing our watch of Roswell, New Mexico, which is the most, the remake of the original from the 90s. And we're we have maybe less than 8 episodes and we're done with the series. Yeah. Which I am enjoying it. It's cheese.
It's cheese. Total cheese.
But if you like sci-fi,
fun.
It may be up there for you.
Yep.
And then, let's see. Reading, I have finished 2 books since the last time we spoke. The first book I finished was Mandrake Manor by... I have no idea this person's name. Let's go here. I think J.P. Rindfleisch the 4th. Whoa, J.P.? That's quite a name. So this book is a male book. Very low on spice, if any. Maybe a little black pepper, and that's it.
A little black pepper. I love that for you.
So in this book, our main character, Matt, inherits a house from an aunt he never saw. And I thought it was really fun because the book starts in Chicago and they move to Connecticut. So that was really fun. And Matt moves to Connecticut with 2 friends after inheriting the house. And then it gets a little Charmed. There's, a Book of Shadows type of thing. They do a little incantation. And all get little gifts. And it's a little magical-y type of town. But mixed in with the humans. It was super enjoyable. I really hope that he releases more books. From what I remember reading, he released these as chapters on like some app.
Oh, I like when people do that. That's cool.
And then once all the chapters were released, then he released it as a full book. So I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed the characters. It was Matt. I have no idea. One of them began with an F. It was just a good group of characters. It really was. The house is like magical. I hope they continue it. And then I finished up a book called Top Secret by Sabrina. Let's see. Serena Bowen. This, on the other hand, is caliente. This has like...
Caliente, super spicy.
Ghost pepper.
It's a spicy meatball. Remember that?
Yes. She is... Is she the same author as that other book? I don't think so. All right. Either way, this happened to also take place in Connecticut, which I thought was really weird because I did not know this going into either of the books.
Connecticut is a spicy state.
So, male romance, super spicy, takes place at a fictional college here in Connecticut. It was entertaining. All right. So, our main character, his girlfriend wanted to spice things up in their relationship. So she wanted to invite a third. And so he goes out onto an app and he starts talking to another male to see if they can make this arrangement. And lo and behold, the other male is his frat bro.
Scandalous.
And they dislike each other.
Of course they don't.
And yeah, so super cheesy, but it was a good story. I enjoyed it. And I am currently reading a book called Sinister Magic by Lindsay Buroker. And this is book 1 in the Death Before Dragons series. There's 9 books in it. I don't know if I'm going to do all 9 books. This is a urban fantasy. It takes place in the Pacific Northwest. Val is half human, half elf. She's kind of like a bounty hunter for the government, where what I'm learning is that there is a dragon, what the hell is the word I'm looking for? Governance. And they are in charge kind of the 13, I think it's 13 realms. So they punish all the criminals. So what tends to happen is criminals, these mystical creatures, when they break the laws in other worlds, they come to Earth because the dragons don't really bother us because they think we're trash here, that we're like super below them.
Wow.
So Val is a bounty hunter for the government, and she goes and she takes care of these criminals. Mind you, there's obviously a bunch of other creatures here who aren't bad. And she encounters a dragon who they're not friends. And he's here to start collecting some of these criminals. She also has a tiger that she can speak to. And they're from another realm, so she like calls him when she needs him. He can only spend a certain number of hours per day here.
Interesting.
So he goes back to his realm like to heal and stuff like that and to rest. And in this book, she's trying to, and now all these things are coming out like, oh, there's dark elves still. And, oh, we met a golem. Dark elves, vampire, dragon, a dwarf. Well, kind of. He is a descendant of a dwarf, so he's a quarter dwarf. And he still has, like, some abilities. But a lot of these creatures who, like, inhabited Earth and aren't from other realms have like left or haven't been seen in a while. And this is the first time anybody's seen a dragon in like 1,000 years on Earth. So yeah, it's witty. She's a character. Her conversations with the tiger are really funny. I like him. He thinks like he He's like a kind of what you would think a cat would think of themselves. You know how like people always joke that cats think very highly of themselves.
One of the characters in my book is one of the books I'm reading is a cat. And she speaks. This has been on my
like Kindle wish list for a really long time, and I just kept putting it off. And I didn't feel like spending money on a book, and I don't have access to Libby right now because I need to renew my library card.
Oh yeah.
So it was Kindle Unlimited. I figured I'd give it a shot, and I like the world building. I like the characters so far. So that's what I've finished and what I'm reading.
Excellent. Before I begin, I am converting over from
Audible? No, you're converting over from Goodreads to
Storygraph. I heard about Storygraph a while ago, downloaded the app, but Michael was just talking about it on his podcast. And I think he made some really good points, and I wanted to kind of go over there. So I'm currently working on getting all of my books updated and transferred over to Storygraph. I was able to do like the porting over of them, but some of the dates got all messed up, and a couple of books weren't there. So I'm still in that process, but it's kind of cool so far. So I am currently reading Carl's Doomsday Scenario. By Matt Dittman, I think it's called. Matt Dinniman. Oh, you can't zoom in? Bummer, dude. It's a really, really fun. I really enjoy. This is the second book in the series. This is where there is the talking cat, Donut. Love Donut. Love the characters. I love the humor in this. Very adult. And I like it. I really do. So, reading that one, and I'm listening to A Mystery of Light, which is the Ash Angels book 3 in the 3-book series. That's by Brian Fuller. I'm listening to that on Audible. I really like this story a lot as well. I talked a lot about it last week, or the last time we podcasted. So I think we're really kind of coming towards we should be coming to the end. This is the last book in the series. So. Yeah, for sure. But it's really entertaining. I love the main character. It's again narrated by R.C. Bray, who's one of my absolute favorite narrators for an audiobook. And we've had to say goodbye to a couple of characters, which is always sad, you know? But it was like we're saying goodbye in a good way in some of them. But again, it's one of those stories where the main character kind of builds himself up and gains additional powers, and you know has some pretty significant battles and things like that. So it's action. There's some humor in there as well, which is great. I like it. It's been entertaining. So I've been listening to that on my way in and home from work. That's it.
That's everything that we have.
Lovely.
All right. Well,
okay.
We hope that you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good stuff.
I
love that sharing patterns again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we used to do that a little bit more.
Yeah. So have a very happy Thanksgiving for those that are celebrating next week. It's on Thursday here. We're going to be having our family over, and we're hosting.
Yes.
So hope you all have a great holiday, kickoff to our holiday season. We're going to get our Christmas tree the day after, like we normally do, with my brother, our sister-in-law, and our 2 nieces.
Yes.
And I think that should do it.
Yeah, I think that's it. So we hope that you guys have a great 2 weeks, and we will see you in a fortnight.
Bye.
Bye.